Do y'all want to know the biggest reason America is in the situation that is in? Do y'all want to understand the biggest reason why it seems like it's so much chaos and confusion and destruction? I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you, right? It's literally accountability, right? That's all it is. It's literally accountability. Let me tell y'all something, man. And this is across the spectrum, whether we talking about the politicians, whether we talking about men, whether we talking about women, whether we talking about even children. There is no accountability anymore, right? The politicians, guess what they're doing? They doing whatever the hell they want to, right? They collecting all of their coins, right? They're getting all their money from foreign entities, foreign countries, right? Private military companies, private weapons countries, or private weapons companies, right? And then let's take it to the men. The men are the biggest reason. The men are the biggest reason why things are all out of place, right? Of course, the dead pill / red pill, of course, the manosphere, they're going to try to blame it on women, but we're going to touch on a woman too. However, the biggest and sole reason why everything is the way that it is, because men have no accountability, right? Men have no standards nowadays, right? Especially when you raise the standard. Let me tell you something, man. I just experienced this right then. When you try to raise the standard, when you try to raise the bar, guess what men start doing? They start skedaddling, right? They start bouncing. They start running, right? This is, typical average, mediocre, below average men. When things get hard, guess what people do? They run, right? When things get a little tough, guess what people do? They run. Guess what men do? They run to the hills, right? They're cowards. The majority of men in America, and I spoke on this before, right? The majority of the men in America are cowards. Right, I said this was official. This was official when the Epstein list dropped. I just, something in me felt like it was going to be an uprising, right? something in me felt like it was going to be an uprising. But lo and behold, ain't shit happened, right? Lo and behold, people went about their regular everyday business. Lo and behold, people went as business as usual. Right? Like nothing ever dropped. Like they just didn't say that they was in the chambers eating babies and doing all kinds of things to them. Right? People went on about their daily business. Right? American men are cowards. Right? And as soon as you raise the standard, as soon as you raise the bar, as soon as you set the expectations, this is when people start skedaddling. Right? And that is a character flaw. Right? Many men in America have character flaws, right? They don't know themselves. They don't know left from right, from up, from down. This is why we're having such a pandemic, an epidemic full of lackluster young men, because these young men, they're being pulled in every single direction. They're being pulled in every single direction, and they don't understand or know what the truth is, right? And a lot of them, they weren't raised with integrity. They weren't raised with character. Many of them, they were raised, even if they had their dad in the house, right? They were raised by their mom, right? So they possess a lot of feminine attributes. And y'all got to understand, the United States in general is feminine. The way that it operates, from the Oval Office to corporate America down to the grunt workers, it is feminine. America has taken on the feminine, right? We no longer have the masculine. We no longer have that. Everything is operating on the feminine. Everything is operating emotionally. This is why you see so many guys, ready to crash out over a BIH, right? So many men are ready to crash out over a chick. One, because they weren't taught any better. Two, is because they have a scarcity mindset. That also plays a big part into the grunt workers, and why there can be no togetherness, because so many people, so many men especially, they have a scarcity mindset. They don't believe in abundance, right? They don't believe that the world is yours. They don't believe that the world is your oyster. They don't believe in those things. So guess what? They hold on. They try to hoard money, right? They try to hoard control or keep control. They want to control the woman. They want to control things that they can't control. That's a scarcity mindset, right? And you can only get to an abundance mindset when you let go of scarcity and accept abundance and accept life for what it is. People don't want to accept life for what it is. They don't even want to accept their own misdoings in life. And y'all wonder why everything is in chaos, right? Y'all wonder why you can't get anywhere in life. You wonder why you can't produce. You wonder why you still in the same place. You wonder why you still work at the warehouse. You wonder why you still work at Wally World. You wonder why you lack accountability. You don't want to be accountable for your life. You don't want to be accountable for your actions. You don't want to be accountable for your choices. And the proof is in the pudding, right? Listen, it's hard to accept accountability. It's hard to look in the mirror and tell yourself, damn, I messed up. It's hard to look at yourself in the mirror, right? And hold yourself accountable. It's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, I messed up for 20 years, right? It's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, I messed up for 30 years. And now I'm at a spot in my life where now I'm correcting mistakes. This is why a lot of y'all are still stuck. This is why a lot of y'all, still go through the same loop. This is a big reason why America's going through that same loop, because we're still going through things we never learned from. And it's a trickle down effect. I told y'all, right? Every single thing that the lower population is going through, it is because the upper population is continuously going through this loop. The politicians, the elite class is taking everybody through the same loop because the lower class, the majority of the people, they don't learn, right? They're not learning from the mistakes. They're not correcting old habits. They're not correcting old ways. And the easiest thing to do is to go ahead and numb yourself. The easiest thing to do is go ahead and, turn on the TV. The easiest thing to do is to go ahead and turn on social media. Why? Because just like a drug, right? You can distract yourself from real life. Just like a drug, you can distract yourself from what you really should be doing. A lot of people could be great. Absolutely. A lot of people actually could be great, but you know what? A lot of people don't want to be great. You have to make a choice to succeed in life, right? You have to make a choice to show up for yourself, right? You have to make a choice to rebel. You have to make a choice to go through a revolution, right? All of that is a choice, but many people are choosing the latter. Many people are choosing comfort, right? And people choose comfort, for a variety of different reasons, but it all lead back to one reason: accountability. And I'm gonna keep saying that throughout this whole entire video. Accountability, 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 right? And speaking from somebody who came from, corporate America, a corporate environment, the name of the game is to avoid accountability. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever worked in corporate America or you still work in corporate America, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong about corporate America, right? The name of the game is to shift blame. The name of the game is to shift blame, right? Okay, this person not working. Oh, it's because so-and-so and so-and-so didn't do this. Then so-and-so and so-and-so say, well, I'm not doing this because management said this. And then management shift blame, well, we not doing this because y'all not doing this. And then upper management is like, well, we're not doing this because, and you never come to a real conclusion. Never, ever come to a real conclusion. And this is the reason why I say corporate America is not for real ones. Corporate America is not for real masculinity. Corporate America is not for real femininity for the ladies as well. It's not for anything real. Corporate America is nothing, it's nothing more than fakeness, right? It is the epitome of fakeness, right? It is the epitome of blame shifting. It's the epitome of no accountability. It's the epitome of flawed characteristics and lack of integrity. It is the epitome of being a horrible liar, monstrous person. It's the epitome of that, right? And y'all wonder why, a lot of people in society are operating just how corporate America is set up. You wonder why, many people are operating just how their jobs are set up, because that's how the jobs are set up. So guess what? It trickles down into society. So guess what you get? You get a bunch of lackluster men. You get a bunch of men who don't want to take accountability, right? You get a bunch of average, mediocre men. You get a lot of men and women who say, oh, I want success. Oh, I want this lifestyle. I want this. But people just in love with the idea. This is what I had to understand. This is what I had to grow to understand. See, somebody like me, I'm not just in love with the idea. I'm in love with the process. Do y'all understand? I'm in love with the process. I love the process. I love the turmoil. I love the difficulty. I love the uncomfortability, right? I love taking myself through that machine and coming out, something better on the other end. I love that shit, right? A lot of people don't like the process. They don't even respect the process. They don't respect the time. They don't respect, anything that comes with it, but they want the end result. Like I said, we operate in the feminine. Many men are operating in the feminine, right? What the red pill always say, oh, women just want the final product. Well, so that implies a feminine characteristic, right? So what do men want nowadays? Right? Check out this boat real quick. The boat. Y'all see the boat moving over there? Just watching the boat, watching the boat. But everything is a process. But like I said, we operate in the feminine, right? A lot of men are operating in the feminine. The country is operating in this feminine. Everybody wants the end product. Everybody wants the end result. Nobody wants to go through the process. Just like how y'all say these chicks want the end result. Just like how y'all say the chicks want the end product. They don't want to stick with a dude who's going through the process, who's putting in the work. Well, the same goes for a lot of y'all. The same exact thing goes for a lot of y'all. Y'all don't want to stick through the process, right? Y'all don't want to go through the pain, right? Y'all just want the glory. That's all y'all want. A lot of men, a lot of dudes, right? Y'all just want the glory, right? And this is why a lot of people don't get to the places that they desire to be, right? This is why, when somebody actually is putting in work, right? Everybody thinks the worst of that person, right? They think, oh, he must be doing something on the side. He must be doing something slick on the side, right? Oh man, somebody said that to me. Somebody said that to me because I had a pair of Ray-Bans, right? I remember being at work, dude had said something like, oh, you must be, I hope you're not doing nothing, illegal on the side. I'm like, what? Oh, because I can't have a pair of Ray-Bans because your pockets on E, right? Just like I continue to this day, right? Till this day, people always ask me. I had a doctor ask me the other day, right? Are you on any substances, right? Talking about, addressing my body, because he was asking me about exercising. It's like, hey, are you on any substances? Or, I was like, no, doc, I'm natural. I'm natural. This hard work and consistency. No. No, don't confuse me with those other guys. Don't confuse me with those other guys. I'm not one of them. Right? I actually put in the work. This is 10 years. This is 10 years of hard work and consistency. And then plus, abiding by a strict diet. Right? But see, a lot of people wouldn't know about that because they are used to, right, the final product. They are used to that instant gratification. Oh, no. Not me, sir. Not me, sir. No, I actually put in the work. And because I put in the work for so long with just something like my body, I know how to delay gratification, right? I know exactly the recipe and the scientific equation to get to that next level because I did it with my body, right? 99% of people know nothing about it. They know nothing about real execution. They know nothing about staying in that chamber and, withholding that gratification. They know nothing about it. They know nothing about going through that process. They know nothing about, taking shoes and socks off, right? And walking on flames, right? Feet burning. They know nothing about that. Right? And even if they do go through it, they hop off and go jump straight into the water, and they try to find another route. But the main route is through those burning coals, right? The main route is the pain. Glory is on the other side of that pain, but they try to walk around it, right? They try to skip around it. And now, they wonder why they can never amount to anything. Well, because you keep skipping through the process. You keep trying to dance around it. You keep trying to walk around it. And this is the reason why the country is in turmoil. Lack of accountability, lackluster men. When the standard is raised, nobody want to step up to the standard. It's the reason why there's so many sloppalopasauruses too. The only bad bitches I see is in the gym, right? And the bad bitches I see who are probably outside, right? Those are the same bitches. Those are the same exact bitches. The same exact ones, the same ones who you see in the mall are the same ones in the gym. Most of the bad bitches I see are in the gym, with an exception for places like Miami, LA, places like that, right? But I'm in a place where I see them every single day, right? It don't even matter. Like, it don't even matter which way I turn. Like, they right there, right? But that's the reason why we got sloppalopasauruses, men and women. No accountability. You don't want to be accountable for your body. That's why you continue to eat. You don't want to be accountable for a standard. You don't want to be accountable for an expectation. And it's the reason why your chemicals are all out of whack. That's the reason why dudes are extra emotional. It's the reason why people are crashing out. It's the reason why a lot of chicks can't have children. Man, I'm telling you, accountability is a mother. And that's an after pill. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live in purpose, in freedom, and in power. Make sure you hit that link in the description. Come and join the Patreon. We're looking for real members, right? People who are willing to execute. People who are willing to delay gratification. Those are the type of people that we're looking for. Do not hit that link in the description if you don't want to be a part of that. Real ones only. Now, see y'all in the next one. Now, see y'all on the Patreon. Peace.